Strongest advocates for keeping outsiders away from coastal areas this Easter is Victorian Senator and former member for the Geelong area, Sarah Henderson, who joins us now. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you, Brett.
Now, you've called for roadblocks on the Great Ocean Road over this Easter. Is that going a bit far?
Well, obviously the government's very strong message is please stay home, because staying home saves lives. But unfortunately, a couple of weekends ago, Brett, we saw thousands of people heading to the Great Ocean Road, to coastal beaches, and that of course puts lives at risk. Many of these communities along the coast have a lot of older people living here. The medical services are already strained. Of course, local supermarkets are under strain. So I don't think it's unreasonable for police to set up roadblocks to make sure that if anyone is travelling along the Great Ocean Road, they're doing so with a legitimate purpose. Even this morning, Brett, I was down at the local beach and there was a surfer who was not actually allowed to be there. He was out of his own area taking a surf. So unfortunately, we've just got to make sure that every single Australian takes this message seriously.
Well, state government has said that no one should be travelling on holiday this weekend. They've been quite clear on that. And even those with holiday homes, they've asked not to go. That's a pretty strong message though, isn't it?
Look, it is a very strong message, and we're working very closely together with all state and territory governments as a federal government to make sure that we minimise the spread of the coronavirus. And as you mentioned, we're having a very important success, only 96 new cases overnight. But we are very concerned about the Easter break. This is not a holiday this Easter. This is not a time to go anywhere. This is not a time to catch up with extended family or friends, very regrettably. So we just have to do our bit. Stay at home, follow the rules, and together we can get through this.
Have you heard of many people going into towns along the surf coast or where you are who locals know are from out of town?
Look, I've had many complaints, and there are numerous people still renting homes or going through Airbnb and thinking that they can sneak away and they won't get caught. And police have done a wonderful job. As you mentioned, they have fined many hundreds of people, and they're taking about 2,000 to 3,000 calls every single day. But a roadblock on such an important and iconic road as the Great Ocean Road would send a very, very strong message, but also make sure that no one is coming down to the coast and putting the lives of local residents at risk.
Have you had any feedback on that idea from the state government or Victoria Police of the idea of the roadblock?
Well, look, I know that the Police Minister has not accepted that it's necessary, but I saw just this morning Darren Chester was driving back from Canberra, who's the federal member for Gippsland, and he was pulled over by New South Wales Police, and they were checking if he was doing the right thing. So police are very, very active. But what a roadblock or a number of roadblocks would do is really make sure that no one can sneak through. And I've had a report just this morning from a local resident in Aireys Inlet saying that people are still going to a small section of beach and trying to get around the rules. And so I think that this would be a really important way that police could step up its action and send that strong message to all Victorians. Please do not travel this Easter holiday.
All right, Senator Sarah Henderson, thanks for your time this afternoon.